I do remember a constituent that I had in Bearsden who wrote to me on several occasions inveighing against the injustice of the rating system. She was an elderly woman living on her own in a family house, and she was very strong indeed about the injustice of the rating system. And when I saw her shortly after the community charge had been introduced, and I grasped her warmly and said, well, we've delivered justice to you. She said, I can't possibly support you because while my rates have gone down, other people are having to contribute now who didn't before. And I thought, I can't understand, the psyche of somebody like that. But she felt quite passionately about it. And I think that's the Scottish sense of community that often felt somewhat affronted.
What's telling is that back then, Michael Hirst couldn't understand why someone would vote out of a motive other than her own personal interest. Now the Conservatives talk about the big society, but the old perception is continuing to cost them votes.
Hi, good morning, Sam. Richard Coote. I'm the Conservative candidate for the general election. You had plenty of mugshots through the door, have you?
Yes, we have.
Will you be out voting at the election when it comes?
We will, yes.
Conservative this time for a change of government?
No, I definitely would never vote Conservative.
You wouldn't?
Never.
Is that just ideological rather than
no, it's I just don't feel that it's the right thing to do.
I grabbed this mother of seven afterwards to ask why she felt this way.
I'm not necessarily saying I would vote Labour this time, which is a bit of a sadness for me, but...
Although you living in this constituency, yes. You would consider, you're in a sense your prime Conservative target voter, aren't you? And
it's well because of that. I think you've got a responsibility. We have a very easy life here. Mm-hmm. Our children have a good life, but not everybody in Glasgow has a good life. Yeah. Possibly, if I'm being honest, Tory could be very good for us, but it wouldn't be right for everybody. And I think we have a moral responsibility to vote for the people around us. Sorry. It's a nice dog.
And do you think that is possibly more of a Scottish trait? The idea that you don't just vote for what benefits yourself, but for what benefits the next person?
I think it is a Scottish trait. Not that I'm suggesting that the English or other countries might do something else. But I think it is a Scottish trait, and I'm very, very proud to have that trait, and that Scotland is capable of thinking more about others.
Is there something here that might explain why the Conservatives are recovering more slowly in Scotland?
There's a lady who ideologically, doesn't matter what, we could point out all the things that she would agree were wrong with Scotland, and even if the Conservatives had a proposal for each one of them that would put it right and make her family's life better, ideologically she would never vote Conservative. And there are people in Scotland and the rest of the country who are
it didn't sound to me like an ideology she was expressing. It was a sort of instinctive morality she was trying to express. Now, you may say that's terribly unfair.
I do think that's very unfair.